Hey friends, John here from Proverbs 27:9 Fragrances. And today we're going to be doing a review of the newest from the house of Burberry. And it is the Hero Parfum Intense. So if you would, go ahead and like this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and that you got the notifications on. That way you're notified every time we upload this sweet smelling fragrance related content. So Burberry is a fragrance house that I have a few fragrances from. I've got Mr. Burberry, and I got the original Burberry Homme, which is more of their classic, old school fragrance. Burberry London, which is a great cheapie. And Burberry to me is kind of one of those, I would rank them, if you go like low, middle, high designers, kind of at the lower end of the middle tier, somewhere around like Mont Blanc, somewhere in that neighborhood. But I think their Hero line has kind of bumped them up a little bit. It's been, I think, a pretty good line. And I know they come up with the Eau de Toilette, the Eau de Parfum, then the Parfum, and now the Parfum Intense. I have this one because my youngest son works at Dillard's and he won it. He got to pick from some fragrances and this one really stuck out to him. So we're going to talk about this today. I don't have the box and everything, but if you can see on the cap, what is that? Burberry, maybe it looks like a B and a T on the cap there, top of the cap. Burberry torched. I don't know. What does the T stand for in the Burberry house? It is a magnetic cap. And that's weird. The magnets have to be lined up. So, like if you have it like that, it'll snap it around, huh? Okay. That's cool. Let's see here. It says Burberry something. Burberry. I can't read that. England. Sorry, I don't have my readers on and I've got kind of the lights down low. Show you the atomizer and give a fresh blast. I say a really good atomizer for a designer brand, but I have noticed that it oversprays onto the collar. But it does put out a really nice plume. And I like the bottle shape. It's a nice bottle. It's a good looking bottle. So now let's talk about the fragrance. So what Burberry Hero is their line that they put out to kind of go up against 1 Million, Stronger With You, Azzaro's like Wanted by Night, The Bosses, The Scent, all of those real sweet, woody, semi-oriental style fragrances that are dominating the cold weather market at the time being. So like you would wear this in a situation where you would wear one of the Stronger With You fragrances or one of the 1 Million fragrances or so on. Of those in that genre, this one, to me, I really like a lot, even though I haven't really bought any of them. It's just because those are not really my style. And I have bought, like 1 Million Elixir and liked it. But to me, this is a more wearable. If the other ones are too sweet for you, and that's kind of the reason why I don't wear them a lot. They're just really too sweet. This is sweet, but it's not nearly as sickeningly sweet. And it's summertime here in Arkansas. And you can, if you go light on the spray on these Hero fragrances, you can wear them if you're inside the office and it's not going to be too much for you. So Intense Parfum, what you get off the top is a lot of leather. I would liken the leather sort of in the Tom Ford ombre leather. It smells kind of like a little more synthetic, but like a soft black leather. There, on the initial blast, there is a hint of some type of citrus in the top. There's nothing listed. The only thing they list is black pepper, leather, and cedar wood. Surprisingly, although it's spicy, there's not a black pepper note that's like sticks out. Like, you know how the pepper in Sauvage smells, you know, it's like, whoa, that's a black pepper bomb. It doesn't stick out, so it's not overly sharp, at least the pepper note is. There is something that's sharp here, but to me it's not a spicy sharpness. There's kind of a earthy, not really green like leafy petitgrain green, but there's a little bit of a sharp, sort of green, synthetic-y sharpness to it. But it smells good to me. Loads of wood, loads of leather, and some spices, some sweetness. Vanilla's not listed, but there's definitely some vanilla in it. It's not like a huge vanilla bomb. So that's good. That makes it wearable to me. I've got the dry down here. One thing that I noticed, and I've kind of, you know, washed my hands and done some things, but for this bit to be a Parfum Intense, this thing dried out my hand pretty badly. I don't know if you can see that, if it's coming through on camera very good. But you know, when you spray on a fragrance, if it's a high concentration of oil, it'll have this greasy sheen. Well, this must have a lot of alcohol in it, because it put a dry patch on my hand almost immediately. And I've not put lotion on it because I wanted to show you that, but that's a little concerning to me. I don't know. This is not the first time it's happened, but it doesn't happen very often. So I don't know what that is. You'd think Parfum Intense, there'd be a lot of oil in it, but it's definitely heavy on the alcohol. I think that's why it has good lift. You know, this is a very strong fragrance. If you do overspray this thing, it will fill the room, and it may give you a headache and other people. But it kind of comes across, and so cedar wood's one of my favorite wood notes. The cedar wood here is really nice. It's very woody. It doesn't come across pencil shaving like a lot of them that use ISOE Super to kind of do the cedar does. It comes across a lot like natural cedar wood. It's very woody, very leathery, and soft spicy. So it's kind of like you're blending things like Spice Bomb with things like Stronger With You, Intensely, with Tom Ford ombre leather, things of that nature, and you come across with Burberry Hero Parfum Intense. I noticed there was no perfumer listed, so I don't know if AI generated this or what, but it is, I think, a very good offering. I think it's a more wearable for those that don't like the overly sweet things, but you still kind of wanting something in that wheelhouse. I think it's a pretty good pickup. Now, the price on it is pretty high right now. It'd be hard for me to pay full retail price for a Burberry fragrance. So when this thing hits the discounters and gets dramatically discounted, this is going to be a good pickup for you. So cold weather, beast mode performance, long lasting. I've had this dry down on my hand for 6 hours. Still, you know, when I'm waving my arms, I can still smell it very easily. Again, smells good from start to finish. Doesn't change a whole lot. Just it just mellows out and gets a little more soft and round as it dries on down. So my thoughts on it is that it's a good pickup in that genre. If you want a cold weather, sweet, leathery, woody fragrance. I think this is a pretty good one. So let me know what you think about this fragrance and this line. Where would you put this one? 1 to 4. From what I've smelled, I think it's probably my favorite. I do like the original, but this one's a little more interesting. The EDT, though, the original is a little more wearable at all times of year for sure. But good, strong magnet on there. Nice fragrance. So if you would like, share, do all those things. Till we see you down the road, I say God bless. Frag on, Frank.